Hi Aries, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of the likes and shares and subscribes. It's really, truly appreciated. And if this doesn't resonate with you, please be sure to check your moon and rising signs. And then also your Mars sign. No, your Venus sign, the other person's Mars sign. Your Venus sign is kind of how you love. And the Mars sign for the other person is what they're attracted to, like what draws them in. And so that might give you a little bit of a rounded picture of this. If you'd like a personal reading from me, go ahead and check the description box below. It should have the information down there with my email and then the reading prices. With the energy that's going on kind of through this eclipse, I'm trying to be real careful with my energy. And so just because I found myself a lot more drained lately than I normally am. And so I feel like I've taken, I'm kind of taking a step to be careful to make sure to only read when I feel like my energy is good, even though I know it seems like it's not very good right now because it is late, but it's not because of being drained spiritually, I guess. Spiritually drained. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into this. The first card that I have for you is the Four of Swords. So this card is indicating to me maybe taking a time to really just relax and think about things. It's kind of not, it's really being contemplative about something. There's something that's on your mind, but you're not really taking any action on it right then. You're just kind of chilling with it, just kind of sitting there contemplating, but taking almost like a resting approach to it. You'll get there when you get there. And I feel like this is sometimes a forced rest. For some of you, this is a forced rest, like you actually are injured or ill and have to rest. But for others, it can be kind of like it's just the circumstances mounted to the point that you literally had to rest. You've been fighting a battle and you had to take a break. And the next card that I have is the Five of Swords. So you could be dealing with an air sign. There's definitely a lot of swords here. Or this energy is also indicative of somebody who maybe won something unfairly or dishonestly, or perhaps there was a third-party situation and two people have been injured and one person came out kind of unscathed. Or this can also just be indicative of somebody being kind of in control of a situation. But I feel like with it coming directly after this Four of Swords, some of you may have known, like you might have been gearing up for something that you felt like was coming. But this is somebody who's in a position of power, but it's almost like a position of power unfairly. Or it's like a reward that's kind of empty. Like you win, but you don't really win. So this could be you or the other person too. Or somebody who is very important to them to win. And then the next card that I have is the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords here is like, it's a betrayal type feeling. It's also, though, representative to me next to this Five of Swords. The Three of Swords indicates to me somebody who kind of shocks you. Like you didn't know that person was at all like that. And it stings, the heart almost that you could have not, they may be up to something that, or you find out something that you didn't even know that they were capable of, perhaps. Or it makes you, like it's a disappointment. It lets you down kind of to the point that it's letting you down to where you're heartbroken about it. But it's not necessarily. For some of you, it may be like a heartbreak in a relationship and there is a third-party situation. That's very possible. But I also get the feeling that this is kind of like a letdown type feeling. Somebody's disappointed. Like they thought better of the other person too. And then the next card that I have here is the Judgment card. So the Judgment card is one who comes in and sets right the wrongs, like past wrongs. Or sets right the wrong that happened with this Three of Swords position. Something beneficial comes to the injured party, while something that's not beneficial also comes to the injuring party. So I feel like this is, it's a call to conscience kind of, or like a call to, what's the word I'm looking for? Accountability. It's a call to accountability almost. So things may be revealed too that people were trying to keep quiet. And then the next card that I have is the Fool card. So the Fool is this renewed kind of playful, innocence type energy. It's can be naive, but it's also very trusting and innocent. Like it's just going with the adventure, and it'll take me where it takes me. And so there could be kind of this renewed sense of playfulness between you, or there also could be somebody who's ready to take a leap of faith in a new direction too, like, and that could be you. It's possible that you could be taking a leap into a new direction. But I also, sorry, something popped up. I also feel like this energy could be somebody coming in more playful too. So there could be somebody coming back towards you. If this is you who perhaps had this heartbreak, maybe somebody could be coming in back towards you to try and be flirty or playful. Or you'll be in this position after the judgment comes in, you may be thinking about, okay, I need to perhaps move in a new direction, take a leap of faith. And then the last card that I have is the Page of Cups, so that's a love offer. That could be you offering or an offer coming in to you. But with this Fool energy, I feel like it's kind of like this renewed, almost like young love type energy of excitement coming back in. So it could be that after this disappointment or this unfairness or this little bit of a letdown or a big heartbreak, I don't mean to minimize it, it could be big. But then there comes in with this Page of Cups, which is coming in as kind of like it's either a new offer or an offer for a new beginning, because this Fool card could also mean a whole new beginning. Let's wipe the slate clean and start over kind of a feeling. So let's see. Let's clarify a little bit. Please clarify this Four of Swords in the first position for Aries for August 15th through the 31st, 2017. Please clarify this Four of Swords here. The Death card on top of the Four of Swords. So if there's somebody who's been stagnant too, it could be that somebody's caught in a rut, and that's being, the Death card's coming in and saying that needs to be ended. Like, okay, it's time to go. It's time to get going. So it could be that somebody's been kind of stuck in a rut or feeling almost like they just didn't really have a direction or they didn't know where to go, so they just stood there kind of stagnant or stuck in their head a lot, and this Death card is coming in. So it could be you who's stuck in your head a lot too. But the Death card's coming in and saying, okay, that's enough of that. It needs to stop. We need to move forward. That's a new beginning too, because when the Death comes in, it's a death, but it's a new beginning too. Please clarify this Five of Swords for Aries for August 15th through the 31st, 2017. What is this Five of Swords about here? You coming? No? Sometimes it helps if you talk to them. Actually, though, it does help if you talk to them, so I guess I can't be smart-alecky about that. Please clarify this Five of Swords here for Aries. What is this Five of Swords here? Please clarify why this Five of Swords is here for Aries for August 15th through the 31st, 2017. There we go. The Hierophant on top of the Five of Swords. So it could be too that there's an unmet expectation or a disappointing expectation, or one partner could have expectations that the other partner feels like they just can't make them happy. But the Hierophant can also represent, it can represent Taurus if you're dealing with a Taurus. It can also represent higher institutions or like following the status quo or following the majority, even if it's just because it's what you're supposed to do. So it could be that somebody's feeling like, it could be like that somebody's feeling like they have won a victory because the other person is appeasing them perhaps, but it's really an empty victory because it's not, the other person's not really being true to themselves about it. So I feel like it'll come back. Or it could be that one party is being manipulative, because the Five of Swords too can be a manipulative energy on top of the Hierophant, which is an energy that's very, it moves towards commitment. So it's somebody who's eager to commit or eager for commitment, and perhaps somebody's manipulating that. It could be. But it could also be a matter of feeling like I feel like it's almost like perhaps a double standard, or somebody feels like there's an unfairness about it. Like, it's okay for you, it's not okay for me, type of thing. Please clarify this Three of Swords here for Aries. What is this Three of Swords about here? Please clarify this Three of Swords here for Aries. What is this Three of Swords about? Please clarify this Three of Swords. The Eight of Swords on top of the Three of Swords. So I feel like there is a betrayal or a heartbreak or a disappointment that comes in that really gets you trapped in your head a little bit. And it could be that it's already happened too, because you are trapped in your head here at the beginning. Could be that there's a Scorpio in the picture too. There's a lot of air energy here though, so it could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius that you're dealing with. But this Three of Swords being clarified by the Eight of Swords is somebody who's really trapped in that heartbreak, or really stuck on what happened, and kind of like they're replaying it. It's almost like they're reliving the injury over and over again, because they're allowing it to replay in their head over and over again. But this is self-imposed trap too. These swords that are around her, they're not really trapping her. She could get out if she wanted to. She just can't see that because there's a blindfold over her eyes. So I feel like it's kind of like a trap that you can get out of. It would take a little work, but you don't necessarily want to put in the work to do it. And maybe not you, that could be the other person, but I feel like there's somebody that's very trapped by a feeling of disappointment or a letdown. Or it could be somebody who keeps throwing the past back up too. And that could be why this Five of Swords is here, is that somebody's throwing the past back up, trying to use something maybe that happened in the past as a way to gain the upper hand, because that Five of Swords is like getting the upper hand, but it's an empty victory because it really doesn't help anybody. Please clarify this Judgment card here for Aries. August 15th through the 31st for love. Why is this Judgment card here? Okay. We got the Empress on top of the Judgment card. So the Empress is the creator of the tarot. It can represent a pregnancy. It can represent fertility, but it can also represent the creation of something new. And on top of this Judgment card, that Judgment card is one, like I said, that can reveal truth. So it could definitely be a new creation that is like leading you in the direction of your truth, or an eye-opening type of experience. Or you could come across somebody very nurturing too. Or it could even be that the Judgment calls in a nurturing energy in you or your partner, and that helps soften things, because the Fool card comes in next, and it's a more playful energy. Please clarify this Fool card here for Aries for August 15th through the 31st. What is this Fool card about here? Please clarify this Fool card for Aries for August 15th through the 31st, 2017. Why is this Fool card here? Please clarify this Fool card here for August 15th through the 31st, 2017. There you are. The Nine of Cups on top of the Fool card. So that's a wish card coming in on top of the Fool card. So I do feel like this is a leap of faith moving toward that emotional fulfillment. So the Judgment with the Empress there, I feel like it's kind of this rebirth is maybe what it's representing. A rebirth toward a more lighthearted approach. Like you're able to, with this Eight of Swords up here, it may be kind of the okay, I need to get past this. I need to take a more lighthearted approach, and that could help draw everything back together. Because I feel like this Judgment coming in with this Empress on top, that clarification to me would represent some kind of recreation, like a new perspective. And I feel like it's a softer perspective with that Fool card there, especially with the Nine of Cups on top of it. So let's see, what is this Page of Cups about here for Aries for August 15th through the 31st, 2017? What is this Page of Cups here for? Please clarify this. Where are you coming? Yeah. The Page of Wands on top of the Page of Cups. So that's definitely an offer being made, a love offer coming in or a love offer going to. Because the Page of Wands is a very active energy. It's moving energy. It's taking action. And this Page of Cups would be taking action with a love offer. So I feel like you could be dealing with a fire sign. You could be dealing with a water sign. Earth sign and air sign. You can pretty much deal with any sign. But most of the energy here, there's a lot of air and a lot of water here. So, you know, if you're dealing with Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, or Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that definitely could be. But I do feel like this is a love offer coming in here at the end. It could be representative of somebody moving toward a reconciliation too, especially with this Three of Swords above it. Like there could have been a split and somebody moving toward a reconciliation. But it's somebody taking action and contact to another person here for sure. And I feel like that contact would be either you're going in to give a message to somebody, or they're coming into you. Because that Page of Wands, I feel like, is definitely you. So please let me know. I really enjoy reading the comments, so thank you so much. And thank you for tuning in, and I will talk to you soon.